And what the heck is this? That is not a Shadow Victory Bell. Who runs a Tropius instead of Shadow Vic on a Grasshole team? 1 HP in a dream, baby. Here comes Shadow Vic. Here comes Butterfree. Look at this confusion damage. Oh my goodness. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we do upload Pokemon Go content related to PvP, so please consider subscribing to the channel if that is of interest to you. And if you're a returning subscriber like Lifty Shifty, thank you for the support. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at possibly the worst Pokemon I have ever tested in Go Battle League, and that is going to be Butterfree. You know, when I decided I wanted to use Butterfree, I figured, you know, it's probably pretty bad, but when I looked at PvPoke and saw where it ranked, it's literally like number 600. I wanted to test out Signal Beam. I figured, you know, Butterfree, Ash Ketchum Pokemon, be pretty cool to test it out, and I definitely tanked my record. Don't get me wrong, despite any wins you see in this video, just remember that I did 10 battles. One of those sets included an 05. The set I'm showing here is the better set. We're gonna see how this performs overall. I can't say I recommend it even before the video starts, but it does make for some somewhat entertaining battles. So let's get into the first one right now. Alright, so again, be pre-warned that this team is not recommended at all, but I'm doing it for your enjoyment. And we are going with Butterfree on the team. IO2 in the first matchup. I'm going to be leading Azumarill in this set because I figure that, you know, first of all, I don't even know if this is not the right team to build around Butterfree to begin with, but I've been having a lot of success with Azumarill and Marowak, so I figured let's just throw Butterfree in there and hope for the best. Get a Medicham lead, that's pretty good, so I'm going to throw the Play Rough here. And let's see if the Medicham's going to choose to shield this. Medicham actually staying in this match makes me think that it's probably running Psychic, because I can't think of any other reason that Medicham would want to stay in this long. Usually they'll probably throw the Psychic and then dip out, but they actually throw Dynamic Punch, so at this point I realize this is an even better position than I thought it was. And it's even more confusing because the opponent's actually shielding here. So I don't know why they want to preserve this Medicham. At this point I figure that their team is probably extremely weak to Azumarill, so I decide, you know, I'm gonna have to shield here because I definitely want to keep this Azumarill alive, and I know he's gonna get to another Dynamic Punch anyways, which I could let go. I don't want to go down 2 shields in this match just because it's so dominant, so I'm gonna let that go through. And the opponent's gonna switch out into Clefable. Unfortunately, I do throw this move, which is not optimal. I should definitely say that and then switched out. But we did faint down there to the Charm, so I'm going to bring in Marowak here because I definitely don't want to be taking no Charm damage with Butterfree. So here comes Marowak, going to throw this Bone Club here. And the other thing with bringing Marowak here is that I don't necessarily have to use my shield because Marowak could definitely take whatever Clefable is going to throw at me, whereas with Butterfree, I would 100% have to shield, and running Confusion, not really going to do much to Clefable either. So I farmed out Marowak, got a bunch of energy here. Let's see what the opponent's going to bring in. Very unfortunate that I really did not get rid of that Medicham, or rather that I didn't save the Play Rough for that Medicham, because now he has an Altaria. That Play Rough would have definitely come in handy. Gonna switch into Butterfree now. Here comes Butterfree with the Confusion, and this is brutal because Butterfree is a bug flying type, and you're talking about a flying type that's weak to flying types, so pretty horrible. Opponent switches out. I have to throw here because at this point I know for a fact he most likely has Ice Punch on his Medicham. So Signal Beam comes through, you can see there, really cool animation, but not so great of Pokemon. So we do get to the Signal Beam, but we CMP tie because Confusion is so slow. Gonna get knocked out here, and basically Marowak not gonna have any chance of winning this, so we get farmed down. Definitely a game that we'd win with any other real team, but because of Butterfree, end up losing that match. Not a good start. Lawrence TH, leading a Bastiodon, so you know what this means. We got a Grasshole line coming up. Get the switch tray ready. Comes in Cherrim, so I'm going to bring in Marowak. If they brought in Shadow Victory Bell, I would bring in the Butterfree because grass types are literally the only thing that Butterfree does well against, unless it's Tropius or Shiftry, but Butterfree actually walls Shadow Vic, so that's kind of exciting, and we might see that in this matchup right here. So throwing the Bone Club here. This is going to go unshielded, and we should be able to farm down now. Gonna have a lot of energy here. I would expect the Bastiodon to come in now. I'm just gonna unload my energy. Once the Marowak comes down, we are going to bring in the Azumarill, and then there's obviously going to be an instant switch into what I'm expecting to be a Shadow Victory Bell. So gonna let this Bastiodon take all of this damage from Bone Club and farm me down if it wants, doesn't really matter at this point. You know, these Bone Clubs, they chunk away at the Bastiodon, but the smackdowns are really hurting. So I'm gonna bring in the Azumarill, letting the switch timer come, just in case my Butterfree's not ready to switch out yet. I'm pretty sure it is, but just in case. And I have it already up. And what the heck is this? That is not a Shadow Victory Bell. Who runs a Tropius instead of Shadow Vic on a Grasshole team? So this guy is trying to ruin my plans here with Butterfree. Running Razor Leaf, thankfully, if it was Air Slash, we'd be absolutely done. But Grassholes obviously have to run Razor Leaf. So gonna throw the Signal Beam here. Signal Beam, 20% chance debuff of defense and attack. We get it right there. That is absolutely massive. So this Tropius, okay, I'm gonna throw another Signal Beam here. Obviously this will KO, but I'm trying to get another debuff. And this Tropius is going to get to another charge move, and it's gonna be an Air Lace. What I have to decide here is, I know if I shield this, I guarantee the win. But part of me also wants to test for science how bad Air Lace really is, and it's debuffed. Will we survive it? What do you think I'm gonna do? Well, let me tell you right now, I let it go through. And look how much damage that did. We actually survived, which is amazing. But look at what I did to myself. I literally put us in such a hard match, and I CMP typed the Hydro Pump, so this is horrible because I obviously did not want to throw the Hydro Pump if I was going to get the damage from the Stone Edge. So I'm not hitting any bubbles here because I'm just praying I could farm something because I need to get to a charge move to beat that Tropius. So that does not KO. Gonna get off 2 bubbles there, and now it's gonna be a race to farm down from Razor Leaf, burst, play rough. We literally get there with 1 HP. 1 HP in a dream, baby. Play rough gonna come through, knock out this Tropius. We actually win a game with Butterfree, and it comes against the Grasshole line. So that was pretty impressive. The Rhino 4 up next. I can't believe I won with Butterfree. I was like so happy at that moment. Get a Swampert lead here. A Azumarill into Swampert. Neutral matchup. I actually prefer to be the Swampert in this position because I run Swampert all the time. But I don't have Ice Beam here, so I basically have to wait to Play Rough or Hydro Pump. I know if I get Hydro Pump, that's pretty much going to knock out the Swampert. So I'm going to take a risk and hope that they don't shield this, kind of like I didn't shield. But I think I overfarmed a little bit too much to make it seem obvious that I was going for Hydro Pump. So the opponent does actually shield this. And we're in Hydro Cannon range now, so I'm actually going to choose to just let this go instead of trying, and I'm going to take the shield advantage. And at this point I was thinking, no, I can't bring in Marowak obviously. So my only option is Butterfree here. And I was hoping that I could come in with Butterfree and just have to shield maybe 1 Hydro Cannon and Confusion down and have a lot of energy. But as you could see, these Confusions literally do basically nothing. And we're going to get another Hydro Cannon here, so I pretty much have to shield. The problem with a Pokemon like Butterfree is that it has a lot of weaknesses already as it is, but it's so bad that it even takes heavy damage from neutral moves. So like, it's almost impossible to win a Pokemon like that. It's so hard. But Galvantula comes in, I throw Psychic here. I should have just went for Signal Beam because they do about the same damage, and I'm going to get the attack defense drop potential with Signal Beam, whereas Psychic has only the defense drop potential. Opponent switched down to Shiftry, sorry, not Shiftry, into Scrafty, which is an absolutely horrible matchup for Marowak. But we should be able to survive 1 Foul Play, and I think 1 more Shadow Ball will actually KO. So there is still potential here. Unfortunately, that Foul Play does a bit too much, and in fear of getting knocked out, I have to throw here. And this Marowak is not going to have enough health to take out that Galvantula, obviously. And Butterfree definitely does not want to see a discharge here. So this is gonna one-shot. That's how frail Butterfree is. It gets one shot by discharge there. And we are gonna lose that game. Again, another game that you could win if you're in a real team. But Butterfree in the back is such a liability. Rodrigo here in the next matchup. Azumarill into Bastiodon. So again, you know what this probably means? Another Grasshole line. So opponent's gonna switch out into Shiftry. I'm gonna bring in Marowak again. And this time all I'm hoping for is that the opponent has the victory on the back. Now this is a Shadow Shiftry, so I have to shield this because Foul Play is 100% gonna KO. So I want to maintain switch. I have to shield. Fortunately, farm down before he throws another move, so that's super clutch. And at this point, you know the Bastiodon's coming back in. Pretty much the same replay as that second match against this same line. The only difference here is that I'm praying that Butterfree is going to have its moment of shining in the spotlight and getting to just wall Shadow Victory Bell. It would be such a beautiful thing for a Grasshole to get walled by a Butterfree. I think it's literally a beautiful thing. So, gonna keep throwing these Bone Clubs here. Marowak, putting in work against Bastiodon. We're gonna get farmed down, obviously. And we each have a shield. Gonna bring in Azumarill. The instant swap is coming. You know that Shadow Vic is ready to come and just obliterate this Azumarill. Get the switch tray up. Here comes Shadow Vic. Here comes Butterfree. Look at this confusion damage. Oh my goodness. Butterfree finally putting in work. We're gonna have to take a move here. Obviously, I don't need to shield this. Likely gonna be a Leaf Blade. That was a very quick Leaf Blade, by the way. Gonna take that so well, Butterfree. Good job, Butterfree. That deserves a round of applause. Gonna throw this Signal Beam at the Bastiodon. I just want to get the attack defense debuff here. That still did a healthy chunk of damage, to be honest. Butterfree put in a lot of work there. The Azumarill is gonna come in here. Don't have to shield this, of course. Nothing's gonna KO. And we're going to be able to bubble down and take this win with Butterfree. This opponent actually is not going to give me the satisfaction of winning with Butterfree. Not gonna let me farm down. Shame on you. You should have allowed me to get my happy moment with Butterfree. I'm just joking. It's all cool. Saving time. But we did win with Butterfree. Can we go 3-2 in a set? Not with this kind of lead. I switched into Marowak. No idea why. I was hoping I'd run into a Galvantula or something. Instead, the Galvantula is in the back. So, unfortunate turn of events here. Galvantula is going to obliterate this Azumarill. I don't even have Ice Beam to threaten here, so I'm just going to go straight for the Hydro Pump. I'm assuming that's going to do more damage than the Play Rough here. And obviously, going to shield up and just commit to a straight farm down here with the Galvantula. And I'm going to bring in the Marowak here. Not going to shield anything. Probably going to lunge me, to be honest, lower the attack. Nope, just go straight for the Discharge. It's going to do more damage for sure. And I guess part of the reason here is that he's not afraid of the Marowak because he has the Swampert. So I'm going for the bait here. I think part of my win condition here is actually getting the bait to get shielded. But he doesn't shield, so that's going to flip this matchup. Hydro Cannon's going to come through. I have 2 shields. I'm going to choose to shield here because, you know, Butterfree with shields is pretty much the same as Butterfree with no shields. Doesn't make a difference. This time I'm going to bait the Bone Club again. And this is going to do a pretty hefty amount of damage here. My dog is here scratching at the door. I'm going to throw the Bone Club here. And Swampert is going to knock us out. Everybody say hello to Charlie again as Butterfree comes in here. You like Butterfree, Charlie? So Swampert coming in here. Gonna Hydro Cannon. I gotta shield this obviously because literally nothing I can do. We see a Skarmory in the back. Skarmory is going to wall the absolute life out of Butterfree, so I'm just throwing the Signal Beam here. Honestly, at this point, literally makes no difference what I do. This game is over. That was pretty much hard counter to the entire line. Just pretty bad alignment. You know, technically, maybe leading Butterfree would have made a bit more sense, but what I wanted to catch a fighter. You know, I wanted to catch something weak to Butterfree. We didn't get it at all except for that one Shadow Vic. I don't even get a Pokemon encounter here. We go 2-3. Horrible set. So that was a video featuring Signal Beam Butterfree, new move, old Pokemon, never before used Pokemon because it's so bad. Makes sense why nobody would ever use it. Did I enjoy the battles? Not really. Butterfree, it's just so bad. Like, it's cool to like throw it in because it's different, but honestly, there's a reason nobody uses it. You cannot win with it. It's literally horrible. I don't know what the hell Ash Ketchum was doing with it in the Pokemon anime because that thing sucks. They should have put Signal Beam on something more usable because Butterfree literally does nothing. And if you want to test out Butterfree, honestly, save your dust, save your times, save your win-loss record, and just forget about it. Use something else. Butterfree is a hard no. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like, commenting, subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.